What a beautiful crowd. As she said, my name is Allie Oosta, and I just want to say that I am truly honored to be here today. Thank you so much for having me. I lead marketing for North America for Amazon, and what that means is that we are responsible for all physical categories, not just beauty, but also fashion and home, and identifying the overlaps in a lot of those different areas. So I work closely with Melis and her team on a lot of the exciting innovations that she shared. But before I tell you about all the exciting ways that we can work together, first, I want to just take a quick moment to tell you a little bit about myself so that I can share how passionate I am about this space. I've been at Amazon for over 13 years, and I truly feel like this is my dream job. I love storytelling. I love product curation. I love going to market and seeing all your new brands and the colors and scents and flavors and shapes and sizes and gadgets. But I'm also a longtime beauty fan. So I actually, if you can believe it, was in Seoul 2 weeks ago. Just like flew right back. And I was here on vacation with my friends. I came with my business school friends, and we got our colors done. I'm a spring light. And I got an 18-step scalp routine. My scalp is like horrifying up close. I don't know if you've had that done. It's really scary. But it looked much better afterwards, thankfully. And I also got other treatments done, and I bought a lot of beauty. We all bought a lot of beauty products. I actually filled an entire second suitcase with items filled with many of your brands like Medicube and Biodance and CosRx and Iope and Beauty of Joseon, which I know we talked about earlier today, are some of my favorites. And I brought back collagen masks and retinol masks and Riedel masks, lots of masks, and lip glosses and lots of little treats for my friends. I feel like skincare and beauty especially are very giftable. It's a great way to tell people in your lives that you are thinking of them, and that when you went to pick up something for yourself, you couldn't help but pick up something for them too. So I'm here to tell you today that I am a big believer in your brands, a super user, if you will. But I'm also a big believer in the transformative, rejuvenating, energizing power of your brands and products. I think that beauty and hair care and makeup can make you feel like the best version of yourselves. We talk about that a lot in the US, how to be your best self and what that looks like. And when you feel your best, you can do your best, and you feel your best at work, and you feel your best in life. And I am so excited to talk about the opportunities for how we can bring new chances to your brands in the US for the hundreds of millions of customers that Melis talked about. And many of them are already big fans, just like I am. But for those that are not yet, let's meet them together and tell them about the magic of K-Beauty. At Amazon Beauty, our North Star vision is to be the most loved shopping destination. And when I say loved, I really mean loved. We take that word really seriously. So at Amazon, we talk a lot about share of heart over share of wallet, and what it means to really capture the heart of a customer. Because we know that when customers find that perfect product, when they find that item that complements their natural coloring, or that perfect item that gives them glass skin, when they love something, they want to talk about it. They talk about it to their friends, they talk about it to their coworkers, they take photos and post them on Instagram, they make videos and put them on TikTok, and your brands and products are at the center of that. My job is to use heroic storytelling, or sometimes to borrow the storytelling of another, or borrow the credibility of another storyteller, like an influencer or a celebrity spokesperson, to help illuminate for customers how much joy your products can spark. Today, I'm going to walk you through how we're revolutionizing storytelling at Amazon. I don't use that word lightly. How we're truly putting tech behind the power of our marketing to provide your brands and products with cool, covetable opportunities. Sounds easy, right? So how are we going to do that? The brand success checklist represents a systemic approach to manufacturing it items. So I have the pleasure of sitting on the first ever team at Amazon that combined marketing and technology. So we sit side by side. We have marketers and storytellers and social media experts who sit side by side with scientists and Gen AI experts to not just recognize trends, but to truly predict trends so that we can capture them as they're rising and ensure that we are getting that covetable product in front of customers. Today, we're going to walk through these 3 opportunities for how we would love to partner together with all of your brands and products. First, I want to tell you about dedicated launch campaigns. So you've probably seen many of these on our site. Melis touched on it a tiny bit, but this is your moment to truly shine. We roll out the red carpet for new brands launching on Amazon, but also new product from existing brands. And thirdly, and this is my favorite word, exclusives. If we can get new and exclusive items to truly bring something unique to the market, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later, that is what customers are really living for. On the screen, you'll see some of the many packages that we rolled out this year. It's really a fast-growing program. If you can believe it, we've already launched 100 new brand dedicated launch packages just this year, and we see the momentum and the interest from customers continuing to grow. The bare minimum that comes with these packages when you give us new selection, especially or even exclusive selection, is a $2 million free marketing package, but in many cases we've seen those values go up, especially during the holidays. Sometimes we're putting together packages that are closer to 10 or 15 million, especially for a product that we're really excited about that's matching what we're seeing in the market. You can also buy these packages through the ads team for millions of dollars if you want to secure that slot, but we do reserve a handful of coveted spots for new selection throughout the year. Okay, this is my favorite topic, exclusives. I cannot tell you, and maybe you could even kind of hear it in my voice, how excited customers get about exclusive product. So this probably won't surprise you, but there are viral products, there are popular products. Customers want to have more or less the same things that their friends or coworkers have. They want to know what the it thing is. But in a lot of cases, they also want to have a slightly tweaked version. So if everyone has the same cosmetics, but they have a new cool color or scent or style that's slightly different than what their friend has, that gives them that extra edge of feeling like they have something a little unique maybe to whatever their complexion is or what their personality is, and helps them really feel like themselves. Customers also love a mini. I think we all love adorable small things in our lives, so anytime that we can launch an exclusive that is maybe a cult favorite that just got a little bit smaller or a little bit tweaked in some way. To highlight a recent success from last year on the bottom of the screen here, Stanley Quenchers are extremely popular in the US. They're a water bottle that went viral. Everyone was buying them from, kids all the way up through adults. They were already seeing 1,000% year-over-year growth, so this is already an extremely popular item. And we went to that brand and brought Amazon's rich history of data, marketing analytics, customer trends on and off site, and our science team, and we co-suggested, co-branded, and co-named 2 new colors to bring to market. On the screen is Matcha Cream. And even though this brand was already, this product was already wildly successful, so try to picture it's already up 1,000% year over year. These 2 new colors drove a 500% increase in units just because they were a differentiated color, where the brand didn't have to change much. They were already producing something like 30 colors at the time, but the 11-year-olds of the world, the 16-year-olds, felt like they had something a little bit special, and it matched what we were seeing in the market last year, which was that matcha was incredibly popular. Next, I want to talk about our second pillar, which is key annual activations. So Amazon is always on. It's running all the time. Even if you don't have manual marketers working on something, there's automated campaigns running on behalf of your brands in the background all the time. We're sending emails and push campaigns and social campaigns. But there are certain moments where we really put our hand on the wheel and utilize editors to hand pick items, because that still continues to resonate with consumers. We have 2 examples of this. Top 100 is easily the most successful. So this is where a team of editors hand pick 100 items each season. It might be top 100 Mother's Day gifts, or top 100 stocking stuffers, or top 100 picks for spring break. You cannot buy into this, which makes it even more elusive. It's truly handpicked in an editorial POV, and it has the highest engagement of all of our campaigns. So we would love, Melis talked earlier about a 12-month calendar, how we can get visibility into what you're launching in the future, because if we know that you are releasing a certain item in April or in July, we can plan ahead to think about, how does that fit? Maybe an editor will want to be the first one to release that to market via the top 100 list. And the second is the list, which just came out for the first time in August. It's a similar concept, but it's by month. So it's the list : August, or the list : September, and it tells you what things you need to know about for that season that are very, very new to market. So we love to highlight whatever new products you have just released so that customers are getting that newness immediately in their inbox or in their social media feed. Next, they're gift guides. Gifting is huge in the United States. Everyone wants to give a perfect gift. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. 86% of consumers are going to buy something for those holidays, and 95% are buying gifts for Christmas. And we have found that customers who shop in these categories, shop in these events, shop in 40% more categories on Amazon than a non-event shopper. So the more we can know about what item you're releasing, as I said earlier, skincare, makeup, hair care, such beautifully giftable categories. I cannot think of something more perfect. And we want to know what you're releasing in the spring and the summer so we can plan ahead to highlight it in the next Mother's Day gifting campaign or Valentine's Day gifting campaign. Throughout the holiday season, we are especially focused on gift sets. I know that's a global concept that's popular in many different countries. And for the first time this year, we're going to have a K-Beauty gifting page. And we already have 5 K-Beauty exclusives for this year's holiday gift guide. But I'd like to quadruple that number next year. I think that we can do even better. This is such a popular category with customers, and we want to highlight as many exclusives as we can in next year's gift guide. Last is program participation. So this is where you can invest in intentionally getting your brands in front of customers. So paying to secure certain spots, because we know that glance views drive up your representation in search. One example of what you can buy into is our print lookbook. So we send lookbooks to tens of millions of customers, gift guides. We have 2 a year, Off to College and Holiday. Off to College is a really critical moment to get your products in front of customers. If you can picture, I'm sure all of us went through this experience, when you're 18 years old and you're stocking your dorm room or your first apartment or your first shower caddy, or maybe you're even trying to reinvent yourself a little bit. Maybe you want to show up to this new moment of adulthood and look your best. This is a great time to get in front of customers as they're making those decisions for themselves and thinking about who they want to be in the future. And then we have our holiday gift guide, which is slated to reach customer homes in a couple of weeks. This goes to many more customers, and both of these catalogs are roughly 20% beauty on average, and I'm involving skincare, hair care, makeup into one category there. And many of these pages are picked by editors, just like the top 100 in the list, but we do reserve a handful of pages that you can buy into, both full page spreads, inclusion on the cover, and dedicated click-throughs. As I mentioned, if you want to ensure that you get in front of customers, there are two ways to invest: through co-op and ads. Co-op is inclusion in an editorial campaign and being hand-selected for something like the lookbook or a seasonal event. And many of you are already utilizing ads. Ads have a very proven return. We have seen that 5.5x higher purchase rate from brands, many of you in this room, who have utilized ads, and we would love to talk about building packages that include both of these combined as they hit customers in different parts of the funnel. Next, I want to talk to you about Prime Young Adult. This is really near and dear to my heart. Our broader team works closely with the Prime subscription program and the Prime Young Adult program. So this is a dedicated subscription just for 18 to 24-year-olds. And it's actually age validated, where you have to submit an ID or a passport to prove how old you are. And so we know with confidence that these are Gen Z customers. We know that we can get in front of them. And it's a half the price, and it comes with many, many, many perks. We do things like $25 flights, 3 months of a free meditation app. We're sending people to different events. And the best part about this, if you're trying to get in front of Gen Z customers with confidence on Amazon, the best part about this is that 90% of Prime Young Adult customers convert to the full pay. Yeah, I just saw somebody's jaw drop. I feel that way also. 90% of customers convert to the full Prime program once they age out of Prime Young Adult. So they turn 25, and 90% are going back up to the full price. And so you're basically investing in a customer for life. You're getting them when they're 18 to 24, and these are the highest spending customers on Amazon once they convert to full Prime. Okay, I'm super excited about this. This room is actually the first group of people to see this image. This is our new beauty advent calendar, the first that we've ever released. 12 days of little surprises. Advent calendars for Christmas are extremely popular in the US. We actually saw, this is going to shock you, it shocked me. In August, we had nearly 1 million searches per week for advent calendars. It's especially popular with like moms and parents gifting for children, but also men gifting for women, people gifting for their friends. And they're perfect under the tree. And we are so excited about building upon this program in 2026. We're already talking earlier this week about what it would look like to do a second one that's just K-Beauty, the whole thing. And there's so much appetite for that, so we'd love to talk about how we could partner together to bring that to life. Beautiful. I love that little video. Next is creators and social. We all spend a ton of time on our phones. I wish I spent a tiny bit less time on my phone. But customers are spending a lot of time on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. And we partner with a fleet of thousands of creators. We actually have the largest creator program in the world. We partner with thousands of creators to get brands in front of our customers. We've seen that, and this won't surprise anybody, while we're really effective at reaching customers, and I do think we are very effective, sometimes customers want to hear from a peer or someone that they look up to or someone that they aspire to be someday, and that feels like a more authentic conversation than directly hearing from Amazon. And so you can intentionally pay to get your products in front of this fleet of creators through creator summits, creator events. Many of you have already taken part in that, and ensure that creators know about whatever it is you're releasing. Even sometimes you can line it up so that they know about it in advance and can plan content for your launch day. Okay, I want to just take a quick moment I've talked about a lot of things today. I talked about ad spend. I talked about creator events. I talked about exclusives. Nearly everything that I listed today, Metacube has done. And I want to say thank you. I think CEO Kim is in the audience somewhere. I want to say thank you for the partnership to date. He's going to speak next. It has been truly impressive to see how they have pulled every available lever to give their brand the greatest chance of success. And I think we can all agree it's working. Also, the zero pour pads are working for me. Huge success there. But what you see on screen, one of the earlier presenters referred to, the Age R Booster Pro. They previously had two colors in the market. Black and pink just came out this year. And we brought our rich history of data and marketing analytics to that team and shared how popular mocha is right now in the US market. It's kind of similar to if you follow the Kardashians and the Skims lines of like tan and sand and dune and cinnamon and mocha. We call them elevated neutrals, are extremely popular, and they worked with us to release this exciting device in that hue for the holiday season, and I know it's going to be an incredible success. So I wanted to take this moment to highlight that brand as an example, really a use case of what can happen when we pull every available lever together. In total, our investments in storytelling, curation, and strategic moments are really based around the customer. I shared this earlier. We want to be most loved, and we don't take that lightly. We want to spend time helping your beautiful products get in front of the right audience, and the sky is just the limit. We know what they like. They like exclusives. They like minis. They like sets. They like something that's trending, that's in the glass skin space, or following what shiny hair, but slightly tweaked so they have a differentiated option. And we have already seen 25% year-over-year growth to date in a lot of those categories. In short, genuinely, what you're doing here, I cannot state enough. It's magic. I genuinely believe that. I am honored to be in your beautiful city. I'm honored to be talking about what you are bringing to the market. I think we can do something truly revolutionary together, and I look forward to seeing many of you in the coming months and meetings to plan exactly what that could look like. Thank you.